It's the Elite Football Association, the Empire State Demon Knights, and the New York Bandits getting ready to go here on this decently hot but decently beautiful Saturday night. I'm Dan Wilkins here with Joey Pagan. The Bandits will be on the left side of your screen in the navy blue jerseys, white helmets, white secondary colors. And the Demon Knights will be on the right side of your screen in the black jerseys, yellow secondary colors, and red tertiary colors. The Demon Knights come into this game 1-0 after a 27-6 win over the Savage Football Club in Week 1. The Bandits are 0-0. They did play a preseason game versus the New Jersey Sharks, played up with them a little bit. We talked about that in the open, but officially, this is their first official game of the season, as they'll be ready to kick off here in the Queen City of the Sound. Demon Knights will kick off. Bandits will receive. We do not have rosters for the Demon Knights tonight, but we will do our best to bring you seamless commentary nonetheless. It'll be number 5 for the Demon Knights kicking off. And set back to return will be Shannon James. And it looks like alongside Ray Toledo. Whistles blown, referees ready, and all 22 on both sides are ready to go. The kickoff crew is underneath it. It's out to the right side, and that is out of play. So we will have a penalty for kicking out of bounds to kick off tonight's game.
Right. I forgot to mention that I almost knew that the Demon Knights were not going to kick off directly to the Bandits tonight. They always do a directional kick, so this way they don't have to run downfield. And because of the low numbers, they do that so that they can just get out on defense and not have to run downfield. So
well, that brings you to what, the 35?
Yes.
If I'm correct?
So they give up on field position to begin the game, but they rely on their defense. They got a pretty decent defense. So, you know, like I said, it's a scrappy bunch here. You're going to see a lot of flying around to the ball with these young men here.
Yeah, not a lot of gentlemen on the sideline for the Demon Knights tonight, so it'll be intriguing to see how fatigue plays a role in this game. You know, you're going to be playing 4 quarters, presumably 12 or 15 minutes per quarter. At the low end, that's 48 minutes in a ball game, and if you're playing both sides, that's going to be something. And the Demon Knights are going to burn a timeout
already.
So before a play is even done from scrimmage, the Demon Knights call a timeout. We'll stay here. It's here from New Rochelle. It's going to be interesting tonight to see how these two teams factor in with the lower, as we said, some of the lower numbers. You know, the Bandits, a 2A team, a 2A team that's, you know, trying to prove themselves in this league. They're trying to prove their worth in this league. And then you've got the Demon Knights who have already gotten off to a 1-0 start this year. It'll be intriguing to see how they work it out tonight. And as you said, Joey, time and time again, these low numbers could be a big factor for the Demon Knights this afternoon. Yeah,
well, once again, the Bandits have proven themselves. They're 2-time champs in this league. They're on their three-peat quest tonight, starting tonight. So we're here to watch this season unfold for them and see how it begins for them right now.
Well, handoff up the middle. Doesn't get too far that time. He'll take it up to the 37-yard line. A little bit of a pile up there under center. Tell who got the handoff there, Joey?
I couldn't. I think it was number 21 who did that carry right now. He's in the backfield. Well, yeah, 20 to 26
that's
actually.
26. So that's going to be Larry Kennard who will be involved there, as it'll be 2nd and 10. They'll line it up at the 40. Left-handed pass is going to be incomplete. Broken up on the defense by number 36 for the Demon Knights. The intended receiver was number 10, Ron Vereen, and we'll set up 3rd down here. How about the southpaw under center? I was watching him in warm-ups. He's got a good arm.
Dave is a good quarterback. He's a lot underrated these days. Everyone is seeing him now play more and more and realizing that he is one of those guys who can do this job really well.
Ugarte steps back. He's got a deep ball. Might have some pass interference, and I think we will. Number 17 for the Demon Knights is going to get tangled up there. The intended receiver was Jonathan Jenkins.
Yes, Jonathan Jenkins, known as JJ. JJ was there. JJ's one of the better receivers on this Bandit team, and Ugarte Dave is a good quarterback on the center. Once again, he's led this team for 2 years. They got 2 championships underneath him, And every year they just rebuild. They keep adding pieces that they need. And as you can see tonight, they got an outstanding roster here and what they've done. The Bandits have rebuilt again very well.
And as you said, for the two-time champions, they seem to have a good figure under center in David Ugarte, pardon.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I think of left-handed quarterbacks, obviously from my generation, I think of Tua Tagovailoa, Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Maybe the greatest of all time might be Steve Young out of the left-handed spot. It's very difficult. Maybe once in a blue moon you find a really good left-handed quarterback. I certainly don't see that many at the high school level or NCAA. As Ugarte gets a handoff to the right side, it'll go to Kennard. He'll get a good swim move. He'll be down at the 48-yard line.
Good run by him. Good blocks.
Now, what's intriguing there is that they spotted that ball at the 45 after the penalty on the defensive pass interference.
It might have been incidental contact.
It could have been, yeah. I'm not sure.
Rather than the PI, who knows? We didn't get to see the call, so.
Yeah, I missed that one, but I thought maybe if it was defensive pass interference, he'd go 15 yards, but they instead just went 5. They did set up the downs. Movement on the defensive line halts this play. And we've got something coming up 5 yards. They gained 5 on the last play, so this should be enough to move the sticks at the opposing 45. And it will be encroachment on the defense. And again, depending on how far that first play went, it looks like the gentleman holding the down marker.
He looks like he's right on the 50.
He's right on top of the 50, dead center. So I think this should be enough to move the sticks.
I don't.
And if not, it's going to be awfully close.
Well, there's the first down signal. Yes, they got a first down. They're moving the sticks.
So they will move this one along, and we'll have first down from the opposing 45. So Ugarte with 1 completion so far. Lines up with 2 receivers on each side, 1 safety up top for the Demon Knights.
Yeah.
And trying to be a little bit more careful here on the defensive line. Almost a sidearm pass.
Nice block by
caught,
number 0.
and that will send him down to the 38. Ball came out briefly, but it was after he was down. Catch made by Ron Vereen. That's his second reception of the night. That brings us up to the 38, and it will set up 2nd and 4 with the first down marker set at the 35.
Seems like the Bandits just a bit of a hurry up. I don't blame them for that, trying to rush this a little bit.
They send Vereen in motion. He'll go back to the left side as Ugarte takes the snap. Right at the center. It'll go to Kennard, and he will continue to advance the ball forward up to the 31 or 30. And we'll see, that will be enough for a first down. Some very good forward progress there as Kennard was kind of losing his footing there at the tail end of the play. He ended up advancing several yards almost as he was tumbling to the ground.
Yeah, but he kicked out of that 1 tackle, which was pretty good. He took a good step there, so he managed to get a couple of good yards out of that.
And 1 high safety for the Demon Knights as Ugarte's in trouble. He's going to get turned around. A flag is down, and he's going to get merry-go-rounded and down by the defensive lineman number 6 and number 14. But like we said, there is a flag down that happened in the middle of the possession. Might be a hold, so if this is a hold, then that would be a double whammy against the Bandits to have an offensive hold and a sack against your quarterback Ugarte.
Yeah, it's gonna kick him back quite a bit.
Substantially, if this is what the call is. Waiting for the call from the captain, from the head official.
But I mean, I'm not sure. I think they may decline the penalty because if you do a spot foul from where the hold was, it's closer, and the sack was further.
There you go.
So they might have declined it.
That's exactly what they did. There was an offensive hold, but it was declined. The only thing is that now you've got 2nd and a country mile for the Bandits. They're back at the 50. The pass is caught on the left on the screen. He'll break free, and it's not going to matter after all. No flags. The Demon Knights are holding up, and this is going to be a touchdown for 50 yards.
Great
all
job.
All the way by Jabril Cummings.
Awesome play. Good call right there. Good block that came out. I think Jonathan Lopez, I don't know if he's on the center or he was at guard, but he came out and gave a good block on that. And you know, when you see the replay, you'll be like, holy cow, he got out there and did what he was supposed to do. He did his job to the T there.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play, a screen pass that goes 50 yards. We'll show the replay after the attempt. We'll see if they go for 1 or 2 on this play. After Jabril Cummings gets the touchdown, the first of the day here early in the first quarter. Here from Joseph Facina Field in New Rochelle, Westchester County. It will be a PAT. To hold is Cummings. To kick is David Cruz, also listed as a quarterback on this roster. And they got to get 44 back on the line of scrimmage, or else that would be an illegal formation.
Right.
Watch out for that B gap. They might have somebody coming through here. Here we go. It's going to be a low kick, and it's going to be wide. The PAT is no good.
It was a good attempt, though. Good try. I mean, at this level, you don't see too many guys trying extra points normally at this level because you don't have too many really good kickers. But the fact that they made the attempt was really good. So,
well, let's take a look at the replay. Your replays are presented by Harper Driving School. Let's see what they've got here. I mean, this was just a fantastic play all around. You see what they've got, 2 wide receivers on the left, and after no time, Agarte fires it off to Cummings. He's got some open space and then tries to go around to the left. He's got a blocker up the middle.
Yeah,
some
Jonathan.
Great blocking downfield that time. And by the time he was at the 30, he was free, and he was all the way into the end zone for the first score of the night in favor of the Bandits. But the PAT did fall unsuccessful, and it's 6-0 here in the first quarter here in New Rochelle.
Great job by the New York Bandits. First possession, scoring really quick here.
After having some woes in that drive, it looked like their drive was going to be dead in the water because of the offensive holding call.
Right.
That set them back to, I mean, the first down marker was at the 25. So I think they were at 2nd and 25, and they managed to score on that possession.
Yeah, I think the defense got caught sleeping. I thought they might have thought that they were going to try to get this first down or go deeper, but yet he threw a screen. But the biggest play on that was number 44 with a crushing block out there. Like I said, I don't know if he's playing center or guard at the moment. It's Jonathan Lopez, I believe.
Yeah, Jonathan Lopez, number 44.
And he got out there with a great block. When he sees this, he's going to be like, wow, I can't believe I got out there. So good job by the Bandits.
That's something that I've seen a lot of on these plays, even of small gains for the Bandits, is that they've done very well blocking downfield. They'll try to continue those successes here as they'll line up on defense for the first time tonight. So Cummings will try to send this away, but we're halted by the officials. Wait. What do we got here? Are they waiting for somebody to come on?
I'm not sure what it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 11 on their line, so it's not a concern of personnel.
He's moving everybody up to the line to get there. You have to have 1 foot on the line.
Right. They had everybody about 5 yards behind.
Right. We're not doing the typical new NFL kick rules, but they do have you stand on the line before.
It's kind of a hybrid version in between the old school rules and the NFL rules. Cummings making sure everybody is set. And a squib kick, but it won't work. It'll go to number 5 for the Demon Knights. And he will stay up to the 45, 46-yard line. And the black and gold will take over for the first time on the offensive side. So what do the Bandits have to do here on defense in this first drive?
They have to be successful on this first play. They have to, get a tackle for a loss, or at least force them to go in 2nd and long. But the Bandits the Demon Knights offense is 1 or 2 dimensional. They're going to run the ball as much as they can. This young man can throw when he needs to throw, but they predominantly love to run the ball. Even with their undersized line that they have, they're technical, they get taught well, they coached up really good. So, that they're going to do what they do. It's not like this is the first meeting between these 2 teams. Coach Black knows Sean's offensively really well. So it's just a chess match. Call him what you're going to call, when you're going to call it.
Well, 6-0 Bandits after a 50-yard touchdown pass from their left-handed quarterback, David Agarte, to Elijah Cummings, who also a special teams specialist. He had the hold on the PAT attempt that was unsuccessful, and then he kicked the squib kick to put the Demon Knights on offense. So it's going to be a jack-of-all-trades night for number 7, as he's already found his way into the end zone. QB under center, number 5 is our quarterback for the Demon Knights. Again, sincere apologies, we do not have their roster tonight. Handoff looks like number 44. Coming in for the tackle would be number 9, Sergio Mencia Jr. The linebacker coming in, picking up that one, and they'll get stuffed out at the line of scrimmage for second down.
Yeah, Sergio last week had a pretty decent game. He managed to intercept the ball in the end zone, and he ran it out. Rather than taking a knee so that they can get the ball at the 20, 25-yard line, he tried running the ball out and wind up getting out to the 4-yard line, and the Bandits wind up with bad field position. But nevertheless, it was a good interception on his part in the end zone as the Sharks were trying to score.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I forgot to watch last week's game. I don't know the entire context of it, but maybe it was it late enough in the game where maybe he wanted to run out some more clock, try to avoid
no, it was still
just
still
a
plenty
mistake
of time.
on his
yeah,
part.
Just a mistake on his part.
Hey, listen, that happens. 2nd and 10. They'll send a man in motion. I think Bandits wanted a flag maybe for a jump. They'll have some wide open gaps on the right side for number 44, and he will get a handful of yards, but not too much. He'll get this one up to the 43. It's going to set us up for 3rd and mid-range, 3rd and 7. Line to gain is at the 35.
Yeah, it looks like he only got 2. It's like 2nd and 8 because he got But still, nevertheless, good defense by the Bandits coming up and making a play.
That was a deceiving play right there on the running back's part, number 44, because it looked like that the Bandits had left some wide open gaps, and to the credit of the Demon Knights offensive line, it looked like they had actually opened some gaps and then closed them right away. So It looked like that they had allowed these guys to get in and get some open blocks and maybe allow number 44 to get some space, but instead he gets snuffed out, and it'll now be 3rd and 8. Fakes the handoff, goes to number 4 on the end around, and he'll get close. He's going to get up to the 36. And
tackle by number 13 on that. That's Kenneth Fredericks, I think it is, on that tackle. Last week,
Kenneth Fredericks.
He had last week. He had a pretty good game, also making a couple of really big hits in the goal line for the Bandits. As the Sharks were trying to score, he made 2 tackles. Like on the goal line. Really good hits. So he's been stepping up. He's at the linebacker position, doing a good job this year.
Well, the carry was made by number 4 on the offensive side on that fake pitch. I was a little bit ambitious on that spot of the ball. They're going to be at the 37, but it is actually the 38. It's going to be 4th and 3. They get another handoff. Nice spin move.
My goodness.
A second spin move. This is going to be close. He's still on his feet. No whistles yet. And they're going to let this play simmer down. And the sideline official will signal for a first down in favor of the Demon Knights.
Yeah.
So they'll advance the position here.
As you saw once again, Kenneth, he got in there. He just didn't break down. He wasn't able to make that tackle. If he makes that tackle, it's 4th down and still, maybe 4 or 5 yards. He tackles for a loss there if he makes that tackle. But, that's been their biggest Achilles. Last week they missed a few tackles where if they would have made a tackle or 2, it would have caused the receiver to go down. The Sharks had no timeouts. They would have had to rush to the line of scrimmage and possibly, throw up a Hail Mary or something. But, a few plays where they miss these tackles. They need to work on this stuff in practice where they get better tackling going on.
Well, not to quote Allen Iverson, but practice? We're talking about practice? Absolutely we are, because that's what wins championships. And the Bandits know that very well with 2 rings on their fingers. It's 1st and 10 from the 35. Good read on the linebacker side. Here comes the QB to the left. He'll trap the ball. He'll go out to the left. He's got some space, and he will get pummeled around the 15-yard line.
Yep. Good job by him. Like I said, his last name is Caballero, I believe. He's a good guy, good quarterback, runs well, knows the offense. Once again, plays defense, plays special teams.
Absolutely.
He does it all, and he doesn't come out the game. So,
listen, I think of it like a Group 1 football team in New Jersey high school ball. Obviously, you call games for Hillsborough with my dad, Tom, and, of course, our good friend Howard Gaber supplying this broadcast tonight courtesy of HSG Network. But, listen, I went to a Group 1 high school. My graduating class was 124 at Audubon, and when we played football, or when our team played football, your quarterback was also a defensive lineman. And he also was, he played 2 different positions, and your wide receivers played defensive back. No matter who it was, they played every single possession on the field. Here comes a sweep out to the right. He'll have a chance. He'll be downed right around the 5-yard line. A really close possession there.
Yeah, good run, good toss. Well, like I said, this is what you're seeing now is the Demon Knights offense. This is what they do. They don't do much. They keep it vanilla. And if you played against them, you know what's coming when it's coming. The question is, can you stop it?
Well, a timeout is called by the New York Bandits, and we will take a timeout as well. Here from New Rochelle, Joseph Acina Field, it's the Bandits 6 and the Demon Knights 0 after the break.
Tired of boring drinks? When life needs a splash of color, just ask for some Uncle Freddy's flavas. It is a bold, sparkling mix of real fruit juice and a crisp splash of spirits to combine into a clean finish. Just pure, vibrant refreshment made to move with you on or off the field. Grab the chill with our assorted fresh flavors. Zero fuss with 100% pure good times from every sip. See what all the buzz is about.
As they're going to try to score here on their first offensive possession, the Bandits were successful. A 50-yard screen pass to Jabril Cummings was able to get the Bandits on the board. Well, now we'll see if the black and gold and red, a three-color trio, will be able to get into the end zone on their first try. Caballero under center. Defensive line backing up a little bit. They're just going to try to go up the middle with the QB. He will not get there.
It's 4:23 or a little less than the quarter here, so.
Okay. Sticks are dropped. It is second and goal. We're lined up around the 5-yard line, it looks like. Fading towards the right hash. But a solid crowd on hand as well for this Saturday night edition of the Elite Football Association here in New Rochelle, Westchester County. Again, I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Joey Pagan on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, courtesy of HSG Network. A little co-collaboration this evening. Caballero still under center. He'll hand it off. No, he'll go to the right side.
Good.
The end around fake was so good that it faked me.
Yeah.
Didn't fake you, though.
Listen, he's got some really good some fakes. He's a smart kid, good quarterback. You know, that he's loyal to this Demon Knight team is a great thing. You know, once again, this is his offense. He knows it left to right. He got no problems with it. They run it so well. And once again, you know what's coming. If you played the Demon Knights, you know what's coming. The question is, can you stop it?
Well, you can't conduct an orchestra if the conductor leaves in the middle of the performance. So, you know, for this QB, for the Demon Knights, if this is his offense that he's committed to and he's loyal to, then it seems like he's going to be the guy to stick around under center for the black and gold here for the rest of this EFA season. Third and goal. He'll drop back. There was nobody next to him. The pass, left side.
Oh, good defense.
And it is incomplete. Intended receiver for the Demon Knights was number 7. The pass was broken up by Marquise Jenigan.
Yep. Good defense there on that play. Good defense. I mean, it looked like the receiver was open for a second there, and Marquise was able to close the gap quickly and get there to make a play on that.
So it's fourth down. They are a yard or two behind the 5, which makes me think that fake play ended up actually being of negative value for them. They're going to be at the 7-yard line. And, I mean, the magnitude here is a little bit twofold, because if the Demon Knights score, then you can tie or take the lead. But if they don't score, you're not exactly giving the Bandits a lot to work with here with under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Man in motion, number 4. QB under center. Going out to the right. He'll get through.
Once again,
trying
we missed it.
to pile his way into the end zone. It's
He's
good.
in the end zone for a touchdown.
Demon Knights. A QB run waving around to the right by Caballero, and this game is tied at 6.
Good run by him, I tell you. It was a really good run.
A 7-yard rushing TD for the Demon Knights quarterback, and they are on the board, leveling this game at 6 apiece. And prior to the PAT, the Demon Knights will call a timeout, so let's take a look at the replay here presented by Harper Driving School. And again, just another great play. I mean, you see so many good plays in this game already, but you get the rush to the right. He fakes it, but then he just goes around, and then you leave number 44 to block. But then watch this, just gets around, tries to fold that ball inside, try to make his kind of space, his occupancy as small as it can be, cuts to the left, makes some solid contact with the defensive lineman there, or the linebacker, pardon, and gets himself into the end zone. A 7-yard sweep to the right. A rush makes this a tie game at 6-6.
Yeah, surprisingly enough that they were able to get into the end zone. Last week for the Bandits, this was their strength. Anything in the red zone as far as run-wise, they were able to defend well and make a play. But this evening they're having a little trouble with that. I'm not sure what's going on. But nevertheless, 6 up, and we'll see with this extra point coming on. We know that they're going to go for 2. I know they don't have a kicker, so.
So that's a given.
Right.
Still, I mean, there was some great resilience in that drive. The Demon Knights obviously took advantage of a squib kick by the Bandits.
Right.
You know, and now you're going to see a different strategy coming to fruition here as the Demon Knights will try to take the lead here late in the first quarter. Again, I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Joey Pagan to my left, here from Joseph Facina Field here in New Rochelle, New York. About 2.5 hours from my hometown, but hey, listen, you were about 15 minutes away.
15 minutes or less away from my house.
I had to leave at 3 o'clock. Oh, well, this is what we work for, you know?
Yes, sir. This is like one of the. Oh.
They'll go for 2. Caballero, right side. He'll go up,
wait.
and it is good. 2-point conversion is successful with a leaping grab on a slant to the right side, and the Demon Knights take an 8-6 lead.
Good pass by that young man. You know how he was able to get that in there.
Since our humble beginnings, Blacks has pioneered and perfected the true barbecue. From our world-famous ribs to sliced pork platters, we believe that once you've experienced what real barbecue and caring hospitality are all about, you'll never mess with the rest. Our meat is cooked low and slow with the original Black's Family Rub recipe made by our experts just for you. Round out your meal with our choice of side dishes and desserts like Grandma used to make. We make it easy to enjoy the best barbecue in Black's. If it ain't the original, it ain't Black's barbecue.
Demon Knights lead at 8-6 here in New Rochelle, New York, as a 7-yard sweeping rush by the quarterback Caballero solicits a 2-point conversion that was successful. The Bandits went for 1 on their first touchdown, which was a 50-yard screen pass to the wide receiver, Jabril Cummings.
Yeah, like I said, this young man, Caballero, he's all over the field. He does it all.
And he's going to go out for the kick.
He's kicking off. He's about to kick off. He doesn't come out on defense, doesn't come out on special teams. And he's going to get a directional kick here, I'm assuming. Yep.
He'll go to the right, and he'll shoot just a little bit too high. Although, it did go into the soccer net, and that takes some skill. I mean, getting it on the angle.
Yes.
The New York Red Bulls might be calling him soon.
You never know. You might be right there. We need, the New York Bandits need to straighten out the defense. I'm quite sure Coach Black has got the defense pulled over on the side over there, and he's working what he needs to work with and making corrections. And hopefully they'll have come out in their next possession when they're back out on defense. But, once again, I mean, this offense is built to run, not necessarily pass. They'll pass on the goal line for a 2-point conversion if need be. But for the most part, the Demon Knights offense is running the ball. We're going to run it.
And, again, for a team that has such small numbers, and not literal numbers, actual physical numbers in participation, these guys play with a lot of heart, and we've seen a good performance out of them so far tonight. It'll be Ugarte in the shotgun. He'll hand this one off up the middle. And he's still on his feet, trying to barrel through and staying stoic on the defensive line.
Yeah, I can't see the number on that. He's got his jersey flipped up.
That looks like that was number 45.
It does look like 45, yes, sir.
And that would be Desiree Addison.
Okay.
So Addison with his first rush of the night. Again, the bulk of the running attack we've seen from
number 26 on the Bandits.
Yeah, from Larry Kennard, and then the bulk of the receiving has come from Ron Vereen. So there's really been specialists in every skill. That pass is
Oh,
tipped. It
almost
almost got
picked
caught
up.
by an offensive lineman, but it's incomplete.
Yeah.
That was tipped by the Demon Knights number 9, and then right around there, Desmond Daly was almost in the right place at the right time. He almost made that catch
Right.
on the tip, but it ended up falling incomplete, and it'll be should be third and
Well, the ref is standing right in front of the down box.
third and
Can't
third
see
and
it.
7. Well, no, that's what I'm saying is that the down marker is listed as second, but it should be third down because they had the rush up the middle and then the incompletion, so it should be third and 7, but they didn't switch it.
All right.
Well, we're gonna figure it out as we go along. Ugarte in the shotgun, and Addison with a rush earlier in this drive to the right. Ugarte steps back, the pocket collapses. He'll throw over the middle. A bad spiral, and it's incomplete.
Drop by number 15 on that. Good try.
Shannon James, the intended receiver, he's 1 for 2 on his targets tonight, and 2 unfortunate
There's a
incompletions.
flag on the play also.
Okay, we do have a
Got
flag
a
down. It's going to
hold
be a
on
hold
the
on
offense. Yep.
So that'll knock us back, knock the Bandits back a handful of yards. See where they spot this ball after the hold. Because remember on that play, Ugarte got really far pushed back before
Right.
he made the throw. He might have been 10 or more yards behind the line of scrimmage when he let go of that ball intended for Shannon James.
Looks like the Bandits are going to punt here.
Yeah, it would be 4th down. So I think they might. Maybe there was a declined penalty somewhere. It will be
Good
Journey
punt.
Addison to send this one away. He'll send this one back to the 20. Number 4 will
4.
return. He'll get a lane up the right side, and he'll get taken out. Shove made by Kadane Spencer, number 18.
And it's, for me, it seemed funny with this gentleman punting back there because Ugarte's normally the punter. So whenever they get a chance to get somebody else to punt, I mean, it's a good idea. You don't want your quarterback out there punting, but you know, I know he's a very good punter in his own right. So
Well, I think as well, something to keep a point on tonight is that for Ugarte, he's had to run a lot on these
Right.
plays. That pocket has not held up in the way that Ugarte has been expecting. So when you look at it from that perspective, where Ugarte is going to be having to be on his feet a lot, he's not really going to be staying still on a majority, plurality of his possessions.
right.
So I think that the big thing for him, keep that leg use at a minimum. If
Right,
you
right.
want to give it to somebody else, you already saw he posted up his resume, and he sent that one out for a good 50 yards.
Yep.
One hop to the 20, and we'll start this Demon Knights drive, it looks like, at the 41-yard line.
See what they come up with here on offense. I mean, like I said, you know, it's going to be a misdirection here, misdirection there, toss left, toss right. For the most part, is what the Demon Knights offense normally is. So it's a rare occasion that they take a shot downfield. And you know, with the Bandits, they have really good corners. So you know, I don't see them trying to test them too much.
Again, here from New Rochelle, New York, I'm Dan Wilkins alongside Joey Pagan here from Joseph Facina Field. It's a beautiful night, a little bit humid, but still, it is a great night for football here in the Elite Football Association. Demon Knights coming in 1-0 after a win over the Savage Football Club. They will have 2 non-league games in their next 3. They'll visit the Bears on August the 29th. And then their next in-conference game will be against the Bandits again on September the 19th.
Gonna hand off
And handoff up the middle here.
number 4 again.
He's going to break free from this. He's going to go backwards, though, and that's not what you want if you're the Demon Knights. They're going to lose a good deal of yards on this play.
Still, nevertheless, good job on his part. He ran into that pile and was able to get out of it and get out and try to make something happen. Wind up losing, about 5 yards on that 4 yards. So, you know, but, you know, if they don't have the ends out there or the corner doesn't step up to make a play, So, you know, he would have been off to the race because he would have got the edge over there, taking up the sideline.
Yeah, it'll be a good question to see whether or not that comes back to haunt them, because the Bandits had a cardinal sin of a play earlier in their first drive. They had a hold and a sack on the same play. They were at 2nd and 25, and then on the very next play, Jabril Cummings puts them 50 yards into the end zone without issue. So football's a weird game like that, where you can have the most forbidding of plays and then come back the very next play and find yourself with points on the board. This one's a deep shot downfield.
Good defense.
It is tipped up and incomplete. It was tipped out of the hands of Marquise Jenigan, and it almost went into the hands of Justin Black, who is listed as a defensive end but was playing downfield in double coverage on the Demon Knights receiver. Neither of them came up with it, neither did the receiver, and it'll be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Marquise as a safety is really good. He covers the field. He reads it well. You know, he's like having a coach on the field, too, with your defense. So that the Demon Knights are just trying to keep it honest and stretch the field every now and then. You know, I'm almost certain you're going to see another run here.
Yeah, obviously they kind of had a trial run on that play, see if they can throw a ball downfield, kind of gauge the waters of how the Bandits' defense was going to work. And in this case, it worked explicitly well. And we'll see how they manage here. 3rd and long. Screen pass to the right. It'll be dumped off to number 4. He'll break through a couple tackles, but he won't get very far as he'll get brought down by number 9, Sergio Mencia Jr. No, excuse me, that's number 8, Justin Black on the tackle.
He got a couple of yards. I mean,
yeah, line of gains at the 49 on Demon Knights territory, just prior to the 50.
Right. So they're about 5 yards short of a first down here. So, I mean, normally the Demon Knights run a pooch punt with the quarterback, but to see how they're feeling, if they feel confident enough that they can run a play here.
Up by 2, I don't think that's too daunting of a play. I don't think these guys are going to run an overly audacious offense. As you said, they're very methodical.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There's a squeeze punt. It'll land at the 35. It'll
very
roll.
Good punt.
This is going to get picked up over to the right side, and he'll get taken down just outside of the 20. It's Jenigan on the return. But I can tell you, some good punts tonight on the special team crews.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, normally the quarterback, he's their punter, and he'll just stay close to the line of scrimmage and find a little spot and kick that ball out of there, which is really good.
See if there's any Giants or Jet Scouts tonight. Maybe they're looking for some special teams help. But
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how. I mean, listen, normal punting. Let's be honest about punting. It is not a. It's not a flashy part of the game.
Correct.
There's very few kids who grow up in their backyard wanting to be the next Ray Guy or the next Pat McAfee. The next legendary punter of sorts. But it's an important part of the game. Just like somebody in baseball's got to play right field, or somebody in hockey's got to play defense.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the most glamorous position, but the Bandits have shown they've had good skills at punting, and the Demon Knights have showed great skills on that side as well.
Right.
1st and 10 for the Bandits. They'll line this one up from the 22-yard line.
Good defense by the Bandits that last drive. They needed to stop there, so they got the 3 and out.
Ugarte hands it
nice
off
run
to Addison. Definitely a larger running back.
He's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt, and I think the ball came out. They're going to run this one into the end zone, but I don't think they're going to get anything of it. I think there was contact made.
A La Mode Ice Cream handcrafts, distributes, and sells delicious ice cream that is allergy-friendly and fun to share. Visit our flagship store in New York City to try it for yourself. Our delicious creations have already been widely recognized for their superior flavors and variety. This allergy-conscious handcrafted approach, along with a mouth-watering menu of exciting new flavors, guarantees that A La Mode ice cream will soon become an ice cream superstar in your store too. Visit us at A La Mode Shop NYC, 360 East 55th Street, New York, 10022.
All right, good news back here from New Rochelle, New York. Good news is that Desiree Addison is on the sideline. He was able to be helped off the field. He's being still attended to by medical staff, but we will resume to action here It's going to be 2nd and 4. Line to gain is at the 32. The ball is spotted at the 28. And it'll be
fumble.
a handoff that gets fumbled. It'll be picked up. No, it's
Nope.
still loose. Picked up by the Demon Knights, number 9. He'll be down at the 24. The handoff was to Josh Hines, and unfortunately, he was unable to keep control of the football.
Yeah.
And the ball looked like it was fumbled twice. It came out. The Demon Knights had a hand on it, but they just kind of rolled it along. They just kind of shoveled it around. And then finally, it was the Demon Knights, number 9 from the visitors, that came in and made that play. So this is going to be a turnover, and we've got Demon Knights ball just outside of the red zone.
Yeah, well, we just saw the defense from the Bandits, come up with a good 3 and out that last series. They need a big one here. They need to get, with this field position, they got, Demon Knights got really good field position. They're going to need a real big defensive stand here, a 3 and out, if not an interception of some sort of turnover.
Well, and remember, we talked about the fact that this team does not have an official place kicker, so that takes any chance of a field goal out of the equation. So they're going to go for the end zone no matter what.
This is 4-down territory for the Demon Knights, that is for sure.
So 1st and 10 after the turnover. Two safeties up for the Bandits. Line to gain at the 15. They'll go to the left side, caught by number 4. Pass on a dime, he spun himself out of bounds. Pressure made by number 36 in DeJuan Skinner.
Yeah, for me, these guys, the Bandits, number 4 is like his go-to guy, whether it's a run play or whatever.
He's had 4 targets already on the receptions.
So defensively wise, at some point you got to wake up. You got to start recognizing who is who on the offense, right? I mean, ain't many guys out there to begin with. So.
And who is that X-Man? Somebody that is the number 1 sole target of Caballero, the quarterback for the Demon Knights. Who is that guy that if he is open, he is going to get the ball every single time? And if it's number 4 lining up second to the left on the line, then he's going to be the guy that the Bandits are going to have to zero in on and maybe double him up. They only have, they might double him up here on this play. He'll drop back. They gained 8 on the prior play. Good pressure on the defensive line. He'll fake it. He'll get hit from every which way, 6 ways from Sunday, but he will stay in bounds. Great
Good
pressure
run
on the defensive line by Omaru Salia.
Right. That was a good run by the quarterback. The secondary's got to play. They got to play smart. They got to stay home. You can't release that receiver right away until you make sure that he's crossed that line of scrimmage, because we know he has no fear in running. He's going to run when he needs to run. And if you leave your receiver, he'll toss that ball. So smart play by the corner, staying around with the receiver after he ran out.
Well, they do move the sticks after that. Caballero, you could see right before the line of scrimmage, he went to throw the ball, pump faked it, stayed in bounds. And they'll now be at the 11-yard line. So the sticks are not dropped yet. We are not in goal line territory. 2 receivers on each side. Caballero hands off at the middle, number 20.
Good stop by the defensive tackle there.
That is a big stop. Picking that one up, number 38 in LJ Skinner.
That was a good tackle by number 8, though. Very good tackle on number 8.
That's very true. That's also Justin Black. That's his 2nd tackle on the defensive side. And even though there was no loss, there was also no gain either. So, they'll take the 50-50 shot where they get it, and it'll stand at 2nd and 10. Although maybe they gained a half yard.
Looks like they did.
Yeah, maybe a half yard to a yard. Yeah. So it'll be 2nd and 9 at the 10. Dropping back. Moving up.
Oh, good job by the defense.
Both directions. A sack.
Good job.
Made by the combination of Jabril Cummings and Sean Ward. So they'll both be credited with half sacks. Cummings came in from the back. Ward came in from the front. And Caballero, unfortunately, was sandwiched in the middle there And
Yeah.
that will be a loss of 5 yards at the 15.
And you could look and you could see that he was looking for his receiver, but he was covered up top and then, down low. He had nobody open to throw the ball to. So rather than making an ill pass and making a mistake, he ate that one. And boy, did he ever pause on that one.
So it'll be 3rd and 15. Again, the line to gain is in between the 1 and 2 yard line. So there is not a lot of margin here, but there is a possibility that they could get a first down without scoring for 6.
Yeah,
He's going to
keep
get
the
a
ball
great gap
himself.
on the handoff. He'll go up to the 5. Caballero dives forward, and he'll get himself just inside the 5 yard line there. Tackle made by Ty Hubbard. And let's see where they spot this one, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be short by a yard or 2, if not more.
Yeah, it looks like he's short by about 3 yards, 3 to 4 yards, and it is 4th down now.
And again, there is no rostered place kicker for the Demon Knights.
So, like I said, last week they had really good success, the Bandits, in filling the gaps. This should be a gap control defense. I'm not sure if he's on the goal line situation, but, each gap should be filled by someone, and let's see what happens here. Normally number 13, Kenneth.
We're going to have a timeout called by the Demon Knights prior to the play. They burned their final timeout of the first half. We'll take a quick break. It's the Demon Knights 8 and the Bandits 6 from New Rochelle.
Ventilation Pro and Fire Protection specializes in the areas of heating, air conditioning, fire extinguishers, sprinklers, and emergency live testing. Our headquarters are located in White Plains, New York. If you are looking to book cleaning, ventilation fabrication, or active fire suppression services, we are your one-stop. Our top professionals offer specialized engineering for every situation. We are also a full-service life safety partner providing end-to-end fire protection. We protect lives through code compliance and innovative engineering. Contact us for all your pro needs.
Hanging on to him here as the Demon Knights, after taking a couple setbacks in this drive, now 5.5 yards away from 6 points and from extending their lead. We've got 6 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the first half. Caballero steps back but fakes it.
There we
He'll
go.
to
Good
left
job by
side,
the defense.
and he will be wrapped up till no tomorrow by Jabril Cummings. He'll be taken down, and that will be a turnover on downs. That is exactly what the Bandits wanted.
Yeah.
They had a setback with the fumble. Now they get right back into it.
And our 2 guys running off the field, number 13, number 7 on that play right now with tackle for loss and the stop for the turnover, which was good. Good defense on their part. Like I said, this defense is really good. They have their miscues and, stuff like that, but, they got to settle down and fix these little things and work on that stuff. So,
well, taking a look at the replay here, your replay is presented by Harper Driving School. You can see there Caballero went out to the left. He immediately faked it, but Black was right on him. I mean, he was absolutely wrapping him up all day. So an excellent sack by the defensive end. I believe he had one earlier in the drive, if I'm correct.
yes, he did. He had that combined sack earlier.
So he's at 1.5.
Yeah,
So he's doing good. He's doing good in this game.
yes,
And
sir.
the Demon Knights will now set up with a new drive and a new day.
Yep.
1st and 10 from their own 10. So the 90 yards in front of them are their canvas, and they've got about 6 minutes to get into the end zone and get themselves back in the lead here in New Rochelle.
Yeah, once again, we saw the offense really well. The first drive, they did well. They haven't been able to put much together, so.
See what's in store here as they send a man in motion. It's Kennard. He'll be the 3rd receiver on the left side. Makes sense playing to the left hand. He's going to try to get through. He's going to be wrestled down. Sack made by number 20. Actually, he might have gotten in front of the line of scrimmage.
Let's see where he spotted. Yeah, they gave him a yard on that.
Yeah, so that's technically going to be a tackle for number 20 because how about Ugarte? I think he saw that pocket was collapsing. I mean, it already did collapse. But the fact that he was able to get through and make that play, that's great. I mean, he was able to at least gain something out of it to not make it a total loss and to not make it a sack. We do have an ambulance here on premises. I believe that's for the injured players.
Oh,
the pass
good
gets
defense.
tipped. It will be a forward pass, but a great defensive showcase by the Demon Knights number 20. As he gets himself a dropped pass. So it'll be 3rd and 9.
Let's see what they come up with offensively. We got trips to the left over here.
Yeah, I think they've run that play twice now, although they've sent him in motion. They'll move another inside. He'll step back. He's on the goal line. He's going to be in trouble if he doesn't get out of it. He steps in front of the goal line. Now he'll have some space. He's got a couple of blockers, but he had some room in front of him. He'll get up to the 25 for a first down. A daunting run by David Ugarte.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was able to advance that much after being on the goal line was an amazing feat right there.
Yeah. This is where Dave is at his best when he can run the ball also. He's a good mobile quarterback. You know, when that clock goes off in his head that he needs to run, he runs. Sometimes he sits too long there, and he'll take a sack unnecessarily. But, you know, when he decides to run, if he's got room, he's good to go.
Timeout called by the Bandits. We'll take a timeout as well. They drive down the field. They'll have a first down at the 25 on their side when we return.
Tired of boring drinks? When life needs a splash of color, just ask for some Uncle Freddy's flavors. It is a bold, sparkling mix of real fruit juice and a crisp splash of spirits to combine into a clean finish. Just pure, vibrant refreshment made to move with you on or off the field. Grab the chill with our assorted fresh flavors. Zero fuss with 100% pure good times from every sip. See what all the buzz is about.
Welcome back here from New Rochelle. Timeout was called by the Bandits. They'll have first down from the 25 after a 14-yard run on 3rd down. Ugarte hands it off to Kennard. It's his 4th rush of the night.
Good run by Kennard.
He's going to get 8 yards out of it. He'll get up to the 33 on the right hash.
He's a good downhill runner. He squares his pads off, and he just starts running with no issues. He's good. Got a good block there by the center guard on that right side. Opened up a good hole for him to shoot through. So,
yeah, I think that was number 54, Thom Cruz, who was really able to open up that gap and allow the Bandits to get some space. Gain of 8, line to gain at the 35. Ugarte fakes the handoff. Pocket, no good. He's going to try to split the middle, and he does.
good job.
So Ugarte with another strong rush to get a first down. I mean, I really like what this guy's doing here. Not only is he holding onto the ball himself when he needs to, he's just really able to advance the ball under his own terms, and he does a great job of that.
Right. Well, like I said, once again, when he decides he's going to run, if he has a lane, very dangerous runner. He's a real good, athletic quarterback. Once again, like I said, just there's occasions where he'll hold the ball too long in the pocket and he'll take that unnecessary sack. So.
Well, there's only been 1 sack on the defensive side by the Demon Knights. There's been 1.5 on the other side by the Bandits defense. Take a rush up the middle here, get to the 40, gain of 3. 2nd and 10. So at our last time check, it was 6:25. Got to imagine we're under 5, maybe even under 4 here in
Possibly,
the half.
yeah. I've been looking out for the 2-minute warning. I haven't seen it yet, but both teams have pretty much used their timeouts. I don't know if the Bandits still have one. I'm not sure, but
yeah, 1 for the Bandits, none for the Knights. And off to Kennard. Flag coming in from the back judge. So as they break this up, we'll see what the head judge or head official has to say.
I haven't seen a signal yet.
Nice. Wait, here we go.
Holding, yeah.
Holding on the offense. There's your 2-minute warning.
Yep.
All right, so we'll take a quick break. By the way, off camera while we were playing the running back in Desiree Addison, he was helped into an ambulance by medical staff. There is an ambulance on site here. We do wish him the best, although they're going to line this one back up, so I guess the 2-minute warning wasn't really much of a warning at all. The brief intermission. But yes, like we said, we do wish the best, sending thoughts and prayers to Mr. Addison, who's doing a great job tonight before his injury. A line drive pass, wide open in the middle. He's got some space. He'll get wrestled to the ground as the catch made. The third reception of the night by Ron Vereen. And it's a first down at midfield for the Bandits. They're going to hurry it up here with 2 minutes. I mean, no surprise there. These guys playing up tempo. Looking to get themselves ahead here. Over to the right side. Pass is caught. Has some room. He'll get up to the 30. And it'll stagger out there. Catch made.
Looks like he moved the chains again.
Yeah, that's to Shea Hollington on the catch.
There's a flag on the play down over here. I see some a flag. Let's see.
Yeah, that's on the inner sideline.
Looks like it was offsides on the Demonites. I'm assuming they declined that and took the play.
Yeah, so they basically had a free play.
Mm-hmm.
And again, under 2 minutes, time is of the essence, especially when you don't have a physical clock on the scoreboard. If you're a player and you don't know exactly how much time, you're trying to think of it in your head. You're trying to make the best approximation that you can as Igarte steps back, leaps over a defender. He's got some space on the left side. He'll get past the line of scrimmage, hobbling on a foot, and he'll be down at the 23-yard line. Fantastic rush by Ugarte. Again, pure athleticism from the left-hander. And another whistle here. Timeout called by the Bandits. They used their last of the first half. So we'll take a quick break as the Bandits go to take a water break. I guess we will as well. It's 8-6. Demon Knights here late in the first half.
Since our humble beginnings, Blacks has pioneered and perfected the true barbecue. From our world-famous ribs to sliced pork platters, we believe that once you've experienced what real barbecue and caring hospitality are all about, you'll never mess with the rest. Our meat is cooked low and slow with the original Black's Family Rub recipe made by our experts just for you. Round out your meal with our choice of side dishes and desserts like Grandma used to make. We make it easy to enjoy the best barbecue in Black's. If it ain't the original, it ain't Black's barbecue.
As the Bandits come back from timeout, 8-6 in favor of the Demon Knights. The only difference in this game so far has been a 2-point conversion. Demon Knights went for 2 after a 7-yard rushing touchdown. Bandits scored in the first quarter on their first drive as a line drive pass.
Corner.
Left side, he's got it.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Bandits.
Good job.
A huge clutch touchdown late in the first half. Taken in by Ron Vereen. And the Demon Knights had the lead, but no longer. It's a 4-point game, 12-8.
I'd say you go for 2 here rather than that 1 because
Try to make it a 6-point game.
Yeah, at least a touchdown where you force them to go for an extra 2-point conversion to win it.
No, I
if
agree
they
with
tie.
you.
So, yeah, I think that's what they're doing. And just to give a shout out to the offensive coordinator from the Bandits, Quincy Crush Banks, Hall of Famer, Coach of the Year with the Tri-State Shield. You know, one of my best friends. He's a great guy, knows his stuff, up and coming. You know, offensive coordinator. He's been there for a few years now. He's doing his thing. You know, 2 championships already, and he's doing a great job with this Bandit.
Flag is down, pump fake, and it's caught in the end zone by David Fisher.
That 12, I think, is Dave Cruz. They may have the wrong name. I call him Sasson, better known as Sasson.
Well, there is a flag down.
I think
Again, so you said that was Cruz.
David Cruz,
There were 2 number 12s, my apologies.
Okay,
but
yep.
He made the catch.
Yes, he did.
But the flag came in as soon as the ball was snapped, which makes me think that this might be...
No, I think there was unsportsmanlike on the Demonites. One of the defenders threw an offensive play. He just flung him to the ground.
A little bit of post-play retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're going to get an unsportsmanlike 2-point is good. So it'll be 14-8, a 6-point game in favor of the Demon Knights. In favor of the Bandits as we inch closer to halftime.
Yeah, and as we saw, the Bandits defense is starting to pick up little by little, get underneath themselves and start, you know, making those adjustments. Coach Black, once again, one of the premier defensive coordinators in the league here, you know, doing a great job. You almost know. I mean, I've coached with him before. His adjustments second half are going to be real. You know, they're going to come out fired up, and he make sure that there's no letdown on that defense.
Well, as we inch closer to the second half, let's take a look on the right side of your screen at the road ahead for the New York Bandits. They will be home the next 2 weeks. They host the New York Bears on the 22nd and the New Jersey Silverbacks on the 12th. Then they'll be on the road for the next 4 weeks in a row in the months of September and October. They'll be away at the Bears on September the 19th, away at the Demon Knights for their rematch on the 26th, the Silverbacks on the 3rd, then an interleague opponent on the 10th, and then they host the Savage Football Club for their regular season finale on Saturday, October the 24th. Of course, all times to be determined, although you can imagine probably close to what we saw tonight, 6:30 kickoff.
That's true. And all home games for the Bandits will be here at Casino.
Nice facilities. I mean, you got snack stands, full restrooms, and a turf field as well. Soccer field behind us in the press box. Really good multi-use facility on all parts. So Cummings listed as an athlete on the roster. I would say that's pretty apropos for what he's done tonight. Line drive kick. This might go back for a touchback. It's going to land at the 5.
Oh, yes.
And it's
Pick
going
it up.
They let it roll.
No, it rolled out of the end zone. It rolled out of the back of the end zone. But if it stayed in the end zone,
they could have been able to shovel it forward. Yeah, let's try to save it.
Yep. It's a good kick.
Very solid effort, of course.
We don't know how much time is left, but we know we're under 2 minutes, maybe under a minute. I mean, because the Bandits
an approximation of where we are.
The Bandits ran that offense really quick and really precise. There was a good call by Coach Banks there, getting the offense right, calling that timeout, getting the right play in to be able to score and take the lead.
(14-8), 6-point game. So the Bandits are 1 for 2 on their conversions. They attempted a 1-point kick. Demon Knights taking a while here to get out of the huddle, and the Bandits in the interim are
it looked like
kind of
they were a little
scrambling
bit
around on
confused
defense.
there.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they're going for. Neither team has any timeouts left. So the only conversing that they can do is on the field, in the battle. It's really the only thing that they can do at this stage in the first half.
Oh, he took a knee.
They're going to take a knee, so that should send us to the end of the first half. I don't know if they'll need another one to run out the clock, but they will just blow the whistle here.
That is halftime.
2 quarters down, 2 more to go here from New Rochelle, New York. The Demon Knights 8 and the New York Bandits 14. A late touchdown and a late drive with a pass completed to Ron Vereen in the end zone to complete that drive. Gave the Bandits the lead and a 2-point conversion, which was successful, made up for their woes in the first quarter. So it'll be Jabril Cummings to kick this one off. Only one deep returner back. It's a low kick. He's going to roll on the ground at a 20. Picked up over the right side.
He's got that.
Yeah, that's a lot of good blocks. That one's going to go out to the right. Lowers his shoulder.
Woo.
He'll get hit 6 ways from Sunday. He's past the 50, and he'll be down at around the 40-yard line, but in opposing territory. How about that for a great kickoff on what was a very short kick?
It was a great return by that kid. He managed to get to the edge over there and take it down the sideline really quick. Good play. Good saving tackle there. I couldn't get the number on the Bandit side who saved that, because that looked like it was going for 6 there for a moment. And good play. And let's see now the defense, once again, like I told you. That very first quarter, they had that little mishap. Maybe some miscommunication on what it was they were trying to do. But they have come back and they have been able to shut the Demon Knights down. So, that's what I'm going to look for in the second half, that Coach Black made some more adjustments to continue to put pressure and shut this offense down for the Demon Knights.
Well, after a very strong and valiant return, they're going to start this first drive of the second half at their opposing 45-yard line for the Demon Knights. As the Bandits will try to settle in and avoid this game from being tied as quickly as they worked to take the lead. As a rush up the right side, gets it to the 41. He'll maybe get 2 yards. second down.
Tackle again by number 9 and number 13 on that from the Bandits. That's Kenneth and I forgot number 9's name, but both those guys are coming up and making some really good plays for the Bandits defensively wise. Tackle for maybe a 1-yard gain, which is not too bad. For the Bandits, it's still second and long.
Yeah, they'll still have some work to do, but we talked about ad nauseum earlier in this broadcast about the Demon Knights being methodical and the fact that they will not just chuck the ball downfield in most circumstances.
Right.
They're going to work slowly. They're going to work in a clean and, varnished manner. And if they're able to get a score out of it, it'll work even better for them. As this time, though, this play looks rather unvarnished. They're going to wrestle him down late.
Yeah. Not sure who to give that tackle to because it looks like the whole defensive front
I think it'll go to Black. I think it'll go to Justin Black.
Okay, because they were all over that.
Yeah, they read that play really well.
He had no room to run whatsoever. He might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Once again, like I said, the Bandit defense, they're stepping it up. Coach Black is going to make those adjustments. He's a big-time adjustment guy at halftime. Not only that, after every defensive series, I know for a fact the defense comes to the bench and he goes continue to make adjustments there. So just the same like Quincy does when the offense is off.
Well, Demon Knights still in their huddle as it is 3rd and 10. They got right back to where they started. Line to gain is at the 35. Head ref is counting off. They're running out of time on the play clock. Caballero drops back. Passes.
Good read. Oh.
Dropped. Had a chance for an interception. Taking that one out of bounds is Marquise Jenigan. We've heard that name a few times tonight on both sides of the football.
Yeah, he undercut that really well. He read that, played that out, and he should have gotten that. Hit his hands. He should have had that interception. Should have been a turnover there. While we take a moment, we also want to shout out Howard Gaber, who's he is ill in the hospital at the moment.
That's the reason why we're doing the game with our
that's the reason why. Yeah,
and
he's
our
not
crew.
with us. We want to give him a shout out. Speedy recovery, Howard. We love you, buddy, and look to see you soon out here with us.
And hopefully by the time this tape-delayed broadcast goes live, he's out of the hospital and en route to a full recovery. Because obviously, a lot of people love having him out, and despite the fact that we're filling in for him tonight, we're trying to do the best we can to match the expectations of Mr. Gaber because he's a wonderful individual to work with.
Yes, he is.
It's 4th and 10 after the incompletion. See if they maybe go for a squeeze punt here.
No.
They won't. They'll go back.
Sack.
Didn't know how conservative they wanted to take it, but he gets swallowed up.
97 and
that's Lateef Adams.
And number 91 on that play, or 81, I think, the defensive end, both on that was great.
So that was Amaru Cilia, but the head sack will go to Lateef Adams.
Right. So I knew it wasn't going to be our little pooch punch because he was underneath center.
That's true, yeah. That's
so
true.
if he's off, then you're going to get that pooch punch. So I think Black might have realized that and said, wait, he's underneath center, so everyone needs to be aware of that they're going to run a play, they're not going to do a pooch punch.
And I think also the situational awareness comes into fruition here with the fact that, you're down by 6 points. In this league, or I think in this environment of semi-pro football, a lot of players like to be reactive, and in some cases almost overreactive, in the sense where if you're down, you're almost playing 4-down territory every single drive. I see that sometimes when I cover semi-pro football and even stuff like youth football, is when you're in a situation where, you're trying to figure out how you adjust the game long term. You don't always think big picture. You're sometimes thinking very short term. So after the sack, we'll be back in it here. Bandits picking this one up at the 50-yard line, straight on top of midfield. Hand off.
Got a shoestring tackle there by somebody, looked like.
I believe the handoff was made to, is that number 20?
One of the bigger backs that they have.
Barnes? No, that's number 25 in Josh Hines. He's had 3 carries tonight. Again in the third quarter here from Joseph F. Facina Field in New Rochelle, New York. I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Joey Pagan. Here on Dan Wilkins broadcasting courtesy of HSG Network. Dropping back. Agarte has a man open. He'll make the catch, but he'll get leveled at the 45. And a little bit of celebration towards the sideline, but the catch is made by Jonathan Jenkins. As number 17 is the defensive back to shut that play down.
Good, solid tackle there. I mean, if he doesn't make that tackle, number 2, JJ, is off to the races. He's one fast kid, too, so I think they're setting this corner up for a stop and go or something like that.
Drop back. Agarte's looking to the sideline. It's caught by Vereen. Flags are down everywhere. He breaks a couple, and he'll get out of bounds, but let's see what this is about. That's the 4th reception tonight by Vereen.
We have 2 flags. One says offsides on the defense over here.
We do have an offsides coming against the Demon Knights.
The other ref is telling the change to move. I don't know what his flag was.
I think it might have been the same flag.
So he might have
2
seen
flags
the
for
same
the same infraction.
Okay.
2 cooked for the same recipe, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, how many refs are we working with tonight? Do we have 5?
We're working 4 refs tonight.
4, okay. And I know high school games usually have 7.
Oh,
Oh, what happened here? We've got flags. Agarte wasn't ready. I have never seen that before. Agarte was just lined up in the shotgun, and the center snapped the ball inadvertently.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know.
Let's see what again, some flags came down. I wonder if it was, if the quarterback's not ready when the center snaps the ball, does that count as a false start? I don't know.
I think it goes as a sack.
Well, they're gonna call a false start on the Bandits.
Okay, but yet they marked the ball 5 yards back. How do you call it a false start? Well, it's a penalty. Okay, you're gonna move the penalty 5 yards. I got you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I think that was a broken play. Maybe somebody moved, but the presence of it was that Agarte wasn't ready. Now they'll get another shot.
Ooh,
Deep
look at JJ
ball,
over the middle.
wide open, but he's too far. Jonathan Jenkins a little bit too short. That ball a little bit too strong. Had too much power on it. And it'll be an incompletion. We'll set up
2 good routes there. You know,
15 yards
one
of
was
first down.
occupying the safety, and JJ was able to get over the middle up top. But it was past David. David just overthrew that. He had him wide open. Let's see what the Bandits doing here. They're trying to rush run a hurry up offense.
I formation, 2nd and 15. They hand it off to the right side. If there's a helmet loose on
Good
the
run.
Demon Knights, the rush by Hines, but a Demon Knights player lost his helmet in the middle of the play. Am I correct that if a helmet comes off in the middle of the play, it whistles it dead?
Not in this league technically, but I'm not sure what the rule is, man. You know, he may be coming off because his helmet.
He might, yeah. I think if your helmet comes off, you have to come off for a play. That's how it is in high school, but I'm also talking New Jersey high school football.
Yeah, no.
That is NYHSA rules.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a rule here. Your helmet can come off. You can stay on the field. He might have just came off because he's looking for a new helmet.
Pump fake. Agarte
Ooh,
gets hit as he
big
throws.
hit. Oh, way to go by the receiver.
Jenkins in a tussle. Who's got it? We've got flags down.
Well, so
there's
the
a lot of
flag
confusion
is
here.
Pass interference on the defense, but it should have been an interception by number 17. Because, I mean, it looked like it was
I thought
simultaneous
he had that.
position. It looked like it came down simultaneous position. So it's almost like baseball. Tie goes to the runner, right? So I'm assuming that the receiver.
Or like a tangle up in basketball goes to, a tip off.
Right. So, but the ref here called pass interference on the defense prior to that. So,
yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this is called. Came in a little bit late on that one, apologies. Let's see what the call is. Pass interference on the defense. The question is, I heard automatic first down, so that should be that it wasn't an interception then.
But, I mean, if there was pass interference, you can't have an interception.
Exactly. One
Right.
rules out the other.
Right. So the interference rules out the interception.
Although theoretically, could you have an interception if it was offensive pass interference?
Yes.
But that's not what was called.
Right.
The letter of the law is that it's a defensive pass interference call, and it'll be automatic first down from the 15-yard line. As the Bandits look to extend their lead. Two-time champions here in the EFA. Falling
run.
forward is Hines.
It looked like he might have just simply got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's really all he was able to do there.
Good defense by the Demonites there, though.
Very good.
That
Again,
did-
taking a look at the road ahead for the New York Bandits, they will be at home the next 2 weeks, hosting the Bears on the 22nd of August and the Silverbacks of New Jersey on the 12th. Then they'll be on the road for the next 4 straight weeks. The Bears, they rematch versus the Demon Knights on September the 26th. The New Jersey Silverbacks for a second time on the 3rd. An interleague opponent will play them on the 10th, and they'll close out the season after an off week on the 17th for the Savage Football Club. I believe there's a holiday on the 17th, which is why not a lot of teams
Right.
are playing that week. I think a religious
All right.
observance, but we've got 2nd and 10 after Hines with a variety of running backs used by the Bandits tonight. He got that one back to the line of scrimmage. High snap, he'll fake, goes back, he'll pass at the
Touchdown.
goal line. He got it.
Toes into the end zone.
A tippy-toe catch by Jabril Cummings. He's got his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Bandits lead this one 20-8.
No flags on the play, which is a great thing. Let's go.
Just a great catch in the end zone that time. Using all corners, using all spaces in the end zone to his advantage.
Good offensive series for the Bandits there. Good play calling. They mixed it up well. Good with the run. You know, whenever you can get a first down or two, you know, and you move the change by running the ball, it's a big deal. You know, you get the defense, you know, on there. He was thinking, oh, we got to stop this run. All of a sudden, you come out with a pass. All right.
They'll go for 2. Good snap. Hines not going to get anywhere. I would have liked to see a pass there, but
Yeah.
it will fall short, and it remains, as we've got a tussle in the end zone, a little scrape up there at the end of the play, but the score remains the Bandits 20 and the Demon Knights 8 after a failed 2-point conversion. We'll take a break.
A la Mode Ice Cream handcrafts, distributes, and sells delicious ice cream that is allergy-friendly and fun to share. Visit our flagship store in New York City to try it for yourself. Our delicious creations have already been widely recognized for their superior flavors and variety. This allergy-conscious handcrafted approach, along with a mouth-watering menu of exciting new flavors, guarantees that A la Mode Ice Cream will soon become an ice cream superstar in your store too. Visit us at A la Mode Shop NYC, 360 East 55th Street, New York, New York 10022.
Back here from New Rochelle, it's the Bandits 20 and the Demon Knights 8. Cummings will kick this one off.
It's a dangerous return here. This kid can
It's a
run.
good high kick. They had a good return to open up the second half. They've
got a
got some more
seam.
space. He's past the 50. The Bandits are catching up, and he takes
Wow.
himself out of bounds at the
Another
40-yard
saving
line.
tackle, boy, by the Bandits special teams.
That's now the 2nd time in as many returns in this second half that the Demon Knights have returned the ball all the way past the 50-yard line.
Right.
So there has been some excellent kick return specialties
Right.
by this Demon Knights team for the Empire State.
Yeah, I mean, because it seems like he's just out kicking his coverage at the time right now. But either one of those two guys, you know, returning the ball, really dangerous. So, you know, that you want to kick it, maybe you need to do a directional kick like Demon Knights are doing. Just kick the ball out of bounds and start it at the 35 or whatever that is and go from there. But to give them the ball on the 39-yard line, although the Bandits defense have been holding on and doing their thing, you know, still, you don't want to take that chance. You don't have that big of a lead that you can say, okay, we're going to let them, you know, get good field position every time. So,
It's not a risk you're willing to take.
no. I mean, it's not even, you know,
We're
20
not
to
even
8.
in the 4th quarter yet, and it's a
Right.
12-point game. Still 2 possessions. The good thing is with it being a 12-point game is that if you score twice, you don't have to worry about 2-point conversions to tie the game. Caballero drops back. He'll have a
Good
pass
pass
over the
over the
middle.
middle.
It's high,
Oh!
and it's incomplete. Needles its way through a couple of defenders and offensive assets as it's an incompletion for 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Yeah. So you see now you see that the Demon Knights are being forced to have to do something different other than what they're comfortable with
Right.
running. But trust me, you're gonna get a good dose of run again. You know, when he sees that pass is not working, he's gonna go back to what does work, and he'll run the ball eventually. With Caballero himself running the ball or one of the backs on a toss or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if where the Demon Knights are right now, because they led for a good part of the first half. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to what was working, which was, slow but steady runs and a couple of short passes, a couple of screens. That's what worked for them earlier. This new offensive motif just doesn't hold the same weight in the grand scheme of things. That's a good snap. Defensive line tries to get a little something going as they get a couple of yards out of it. Pass was caught on the right
low
side.
block.
A good break up there. We got a player down for the Bandits, right at midfield.
Another cut block. I mean, it was a good block, but still, nevertheless, it was low. You hate to see these kind of things.
Especially with what happened to
earlier,
to
with the jury there.
Addison. Now, as we said, he was helped off the field, DeJourney Addison. He was loaded into a New Rochelle ambulance and during the halftime break was taken out of the facility. So we do wish him the best. Looks like, though, this player will get up under his own power. That is, I believe, Tashea Hollington. No, he's helping the injured player, which that is unfortunately Justin Black. He's been a huge defensive contributor tonight. I thought at first it was Tashea Hollington, but he was going out to help Justin Black. And again, after the low block. Unfortunately, though, because this is the second time that we've seen a low block cause an injury, I think that's only going to increase the intensity between these two teams. What they're feeling right now, it's obviously an emotional game, as is every week. But in this case, I think the Bandits might feel a little bit worrisome and maybe a little bit spited of the fact that they've now had 2 players go down with injuries as a result of low blocks on the other side of the ball. I know that if I was on that sideline, I wouldn't exactly be thrilled about it. And I'm sure that a lot of these guys take that to heart.
Yeah. Once again, it was a clean block. He went down at the last second the way he's supposed to. He's taught to just chop him down, while he's going at the quarterback. But, this day and age, right, we're wearing shorts rather than pants. We don't longer wear knee pads either.
Yeah.
These things are non-existent anymore. Not that it would have helped, but it might have cushioned some of the blow if you had something covering your knees there.
Right.
So, but nevertheless, I'm glad he was able to get off on his own power. He's still in a little something there, but.
Yeah, hopefully they'll get Black back in because he has been a force on the defensive side tonight, and he has been integral to why the Bandits have stopped the Demon Knights several times on the offensive side. It's 3rd and 8. Line to gain is at the 30. Trying to get a good read on the QB there from the D-line. Pocket collapses, gets the throw off in time, but it's short over the middle. Thought he was going to go to the left side. That same receiver who got into a little bit of a tussle there, number 17, with Jonathan Jenkins, he was pretty open on that play. But QB didn't see him and decided to throw it over the middle, and it was incomplete. But, of course, we're up here in the press box. We see all 22 guys. Hindsight is 2020.
2020, yeah, because you could see that. That's correct. So what is it now?
We can say all day that this guy was open or he should have thrown to him, but when that pocket is collapsing, the 2 gaps opened and 2 nose tackles came in to try to get to Caballero, you're worried about getting that ball off under any circumstances.
Yeah, the tunnel vision hits you really quick.
Yeah, it's like you got horse blinders on. It is not easy. 4th and 8.
So you see here, he's not in the center. You may get a pooch punt here. You never know.
Try to get some good field position here against the Bandits. Maybe trap them in.
Yeah, you pin them back. It's not a bad idea.
They're emptying the backfield.
Oh,
no, they're going to drop this one back. Throw over the middle. It's caught. The gamble is going to work off. Number 4 is the intended receiver. He makes the catch and advances the ball 11 yards up inside the 30. It's a first down for the Empire State Demon Knights.
Yep. It's a good job by the receiver sitting and finding that soft spot in the zone there. I'm not sure if the linebacker got a deep enough drop there or what happened. But You know, those are the things that last week didn't set well with them. But, you know, they thought they were
I believe we are at
fourth
quarter time.
Look at that.
So no timeouts called in the third. But the most pivotal play of them all in the third was a touchdown. All the way over on the right side. The Bandits were able to get back on the board. They lead this one by 12 points. It's the Bandits 20 and the Demon Knights 8 here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Here from New Rochelle, New York Bandits 20 and the Empire State Demon Knights 8. So we said Empire State 1-0 here on the very young season here in early August. They defeated the Savage Football Club 28-6 at the start of the season last week. Actually, more than last week. They played them July 25th.
Yeah,
so
it was a while ago.
they've been off for almost a full month since July 25th. That's actually 2 straight weeks off.
Yeah.
So honestly, do I dare say that might be a factor into why they haven't played as well tonight is 2 straight weeks off doesn't always do good for a football team. Pass to the right side. It's caught just beneath the ground. Ho-ho-ho! Hello! Spin to the right, spin to the left. He's all over the place, and he gets himself inside the red zone. He's at the 15-yard line. That is a huge gain there by number 4 for Empire State.
These guys, I have to tell you, this kid right here, number 4, I don't remember his name, man. But he is doing some really serious work. He tends to be one of their better receivers on a regular. And, you know, going back to their time off, 2 weeks, for a team with these numbers, 2 weeks off is a good thing because you get to heal your body enough. They get a couple of practices in. So, you know, and it shows. I'm telling you, these guys, they're going to stick around. They're not giving up yet. They have not stopped fighting yet. They're going to continue.
Well, you see it on the professional side sometimes. Teams struggle in the NFL when they come off of a bye week or something along those lines. You know, it sometimes falls apart that way. But in this case, yeah, you're right. With the smaller numbers, it might be good for a team like this to have a little bit of rest and relaxation, get some practices in prior to week 2. Good snap. Caballero goes over the middle. It's
Good
tipped
defense.
and incomplete. Knocked away by Ray Toledo.
Good defense. Really good defense by the corner there coming up.
Oh, late flag.
Late flag.
Late flag.
I think you're going to get a personal foul on number 36 from the Demon Knights.
Caballero, or no, not Caballero. Somebody on the Knights offensive line is down. I'm not exactly sure what happened here.
Oh, we had an
We
ejection.
got an ejection on 36.
Yeah.
Got to use the ceremonic boom mic for that one. and
That's awesome. The mic picked that up over there. We don't need a mic on the ref.
well, I had to turn it up a little bit to get to the
Okay.
ref, but yeah, that is an ejection for the Demon Knights 36, which, as much as I hate to say it, ejections in this league might have a little bit of, I guess you could say, some connotations associated with them, because the player that got thrown out is still on the field, and I don't think he's letting up his position anytime soon.
Well, you know, this type of an ejection is one type. I mean, as far as resulting in a suspension of any sort, I think that would come in the fighting variation of being ejected out of a game. But
still, I mean that
maybe he wasn't ejected.
I heard the word ejection from the referee, so he's staying in the huddle. So maybe we were mistaken.
Right.
I'm not sure, but because I've had scenarios in men's league baseball where somebody gets thrown out of a game and then they're like, all right, well, you don't have any authority, so I'm just going to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
We had a 30-minute delay because some guy got thrown out for arguing balls and strikes, and he just sat in the dugout, and then we just stopped playing. We won the game. Guy didn't it was on our opponent's team, and he didn't make it that far after that. But we've got second and very long. First down markers at the 4. We're back at the 29. Dropping back to pass.
Oh, we got him again.
He is wrapped up.
Guess who? Number 8. Your man, number 8.
Justin
and,
Black. He's
number 9.
back. And along with him is
Serge.
Sergio Mencia.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. The middle linebacker. Great job.
So Justin Black, after getting hurt in the third, promptly returns and promptly makes an impact. So it's 3rd and 25. With the first down marker all the way at the 4. Got a long. Although referee's putting up his fist for 4th down. They're trying to get everybody on the same page about the downs. It's 4th and 25. I wonder if that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty resulted in a loss of down.
It might have.
Because we're jumping to 4th and 25 now.
And once again, you're down 2 touchdowns. I don't think you pooch punt here. Your defense did play well that last series, but I think you got to go for it here. You got to go for it on 4th down here.
I think that's all they got to do. They're emptying the backfield. I think they're going to send everybody out here. They will. Pocket collapses.
Got him.
Hit from the back, and he is down. Turnover on downs. Another sack by Jabril Cummings. He's got to be a candidate for player of the game tonight because he has been electric on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and on special teams. We saw that already, too. So he is having himself one hell of a night. Great job by that young man on defense there.
Taking a look at the replay of the sack presented by Hartford Driving School. Just another great play. And again, this pocket look at Cummings. He didn't even have a chance to get out of the shotgun position by the time that he was
already
on
in the
a
backfield.
goose chase
Yeah.
for Caballero. He had a goal and he was set to make it.
Way to bounce back by the defense. Coming out here, still giving up the touchdown early, like I said, early on in the game. Needed to settle down. And I know they had a great practice this week. They had 50 guys out at practice.
That's excellent.
So
got a flag in before the snap.
Not sure what he's saying. Okay, there's too many guys on the field.
Too many men, okay.
All right, that'll do it. You've been doing it with 11. Why do you need 12?
Yeah, just a little gaff there by the Bandits.
You've been doing well with 11. Let's not try to make this any,
Ugarte, handoff.
No.
Didn't get anywhere with Kennard. So that'll be a loss. The penalty was already for too many men, so we set up 1st and I think 15. Mm-hmm. So we're now back to I think the 27 close to the left.
He did lose a couple of yards on there. So.
And the last thing you want to do is have an emotionally charged Empire State team be opening their window back into contention tonight. You want to shut these guys down if you're the Bandits. Right. You want to give them no further opportunities to give ad hominem arguments.
Yep. Oh.
Going over to the right side. He gets hit as he
he
throws
got
it.
a
He caught it,
receiver.
and he's got some room. He's got some space up the
there
left
it
side
is.
to run.
Oh,
Hollington has some space down the line. He will get out of bounds prior
He got a
to
flag
the end zone.
thrown late. I'm not sure
The
why.
flag came in way late at the 30.
Yeah, that's to me, that's just wanting attention as a referee, though, because that ref was running down the sideline. If he called some sort of block in the back or something, the ref was running with him. He would have called
There's
that.
a player down for the Demon Knights all the way back at the 15.
Right. I saw that he stepped wrong on his
Ref
leg.
just dropped another flag on the far side. That's the side judge. Again, we're working with 4 officials tonight here in New Rochelle. I mean, if there was a block, then it should be. If there was an illegal block, then it should be called.
Right.
And we do have the replay queued up, just waiting to see if there is any signal here. But again, there's medical staff attending to an injured player for the Demon Knights. But in addition to that, there's also a little bit of peacekeeping effort here, trying to, and a lot of unintelligible screaming on the sideline from what you can tell. Before, let's see here.
It's a lot to sort out, but like I said,
Because there were two flags that came in. One was as Hollington was stumbling out of bounds.
Right.
And there was another one that came in really late at the 30. I'm sorry, on the 20 from the other side of the field, from the right side. But the Bandits coaches are trying to, again, keep the peace. A lot of folks are riled up and, to their credit, frustrated. I think there's a lot of tension that has been building tonight. And just like when you put too much pasta in a pot, it boils over.
Yes. I mean, I saw the block. Was it a block in the back? Was it a necessary block? No, it was not. But the ref was running stride for stride with that guy when he threw the block, but did not throw a flag. So, maybe he didn't see it, maybe he didn't catch it out his peripheral, but this ref coming from behind, trailing the play, figured, let me throw my flag. So I think that's what it's going to be. It may be an unnecessary block in the back.
Well, the injured player was number 9 for the Demon Knights. He is walking mostly under his own power, but with assistance from the staff. And again, everybody's still trying to figure some things out. The score is 20-8 in favor of the New York Bandits here from Joseph Facina Field in New Rochelle, New York. And I want to go to replay, but I want to see what the result of this is, because there's Demon Knights players that are talking to the Bandits.
Yeah.
It seems to be half banter and half argument.
Well, let's just go to it.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on if the referees make a call here. But okay, so the replay is going to start at the 40. So let's see if we see an illegal block here. He goes up the side. He's got a lot of space. Oh, you know what? I think I see it. Let's take a look here. We're gonna slow this down even further to half speed. So okay, so here we go. Take a look at the towards the center of your screen on the right side. I think we see a block there that came in, and I think that would be considered a block in the back. But the referee in the center of your screen did not throw that flag. The ref on the back side of the screen, just a little bit off camera, was the one who called it, and it came as Hollington was coming out of bounds.
Right.
So that's going to be the point of contention here, or at least it's one of several points of contention of whether or not, whether it's a block in the back. First of all, everybody's back on the field, but there's explanations going on between the side judge and the Demon Knight staff. But we also never got it.
He just seemed to, I think he signaled block in the back.
I think that's what it was. We'll take a look at it one more time after this sequence. But I think that's what it's going to be. And after all the dust settles, we'll be back at the 30-yard line. It is a first down for the Bandits. It is 1st and 10. And we'll line it up from the 30 here in the fourth quarter. What an interesting sequence here in New Rochelle. He'll take it from the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Kennard on the right side. He's had 6 carries tonight. Spins to the left. Gets tripped up by a handful of players there and gets taken to the ground just 2 yards in front of the line of scrimmage at the 28.
Yeah. I mean, it's important for the Bandits to just continue with the game plan, right? I see what Coach Q's doing right now. He's just trying to run the ball a little bit, take some time off this clock, knowing that he's still in position to score at any moment. So, does he take a shot here, or does he just try to get that first down and continue moving the clock, right?
Yeah, I think, honestly, this is a time-wasting drive right here. If you score, that's great. If not, you've seen enough vulnerabilities on the Demon Knights' offense and defense that you can kind of control the ship here.
Right.
You can kind of control the game to your will. You have the destiny. The question will be whether or not you can execute. Pass is caught on the left side. He'll be tackled at the 24-yard line, a gain of 4, with the pass complete to number 30. That is Marlon Beckles.
Marlon Beckles. Yes, Marlon Beckles.
First time we've said his name tonight.
Yeah, he just got in the game. He just reported right now. So maybe they're trying to give a couple of the receivers some break.
And again, you're seeing the variety of this Bandits team, which is showing why they've got such versatility. We've got some flags down.
Yeah, I think it was offsides on the offense.
Offsides on the offense, okay.
Or, yeah.
I saw some jumping from number 6 in the nose tackle position, but that also might have been by proxy of jumping on the offense or an offsides.
I don't know if he made contact. Let's see if it's on the defense.
Head ref in the white cap got centered on him. Let's see if he's got the call.
He's waiting for it too. Like, I don't get it.
He's waiting for everybody to conference here.
Yeah, this is, yeah, it's against the defense. I guess they were offsides, and
I thought I saw the jump on the nose tackle number 6. That's what I thought I saw. I didn't. Obviously, we don't have the best angle being at the 30 on the other side, but I didn't see anybody on my view that looked like they were lined up offside.
yeah, nevertheless, it's a good play for the offense.
First and 10, pass to the right side. It's
Another
caught.
screen.
Going up
And
the right
he's in
side,
for a
and
touchdown.
he dances through the middle, threads the needle, and Shannon James is in the end zone. Touchdown, Bandits.
That's another guy that's really good receiver. He's been quiet all day. He hasn't had too many targets. I'm not sure if he had any this evening.
I think he's had 2.
Yeah, all right, so then look at on this third one or his second one, he gets a touchdown out of it. Shannon James is a great receiver, great runner. I know the kid very well.
And the touchdown is good for 19 yards just inside the red zone, as a 2-point conversion would make it a 28-8, 20-point game.
All right, let's see what they call here, the Bandits.
Garte in the I formation. Good read on the defense. He's going to try to take it. He pitches it back to the right side. That's no good, and the 2-point conversion will fail as it remains a 26-8 game. Let's take a look at the replay of this 19-yard touchdown pass. Garte to Shannon James. I mean, again, just a great offensive read here. You've got 2 guys on each side. They're spread out really wide on this line of scrimmage. And now, again, you see a good snap.
Right.
He gets it back and then just fires it to the right side. And then watch this thread up the needle, up the middle. He just finds his way through, and then by the time he emerges, he's gone. He's into the end zone, and it's a 26-8 game. We'll stay here.
I couldn't see which receiver threw the block out there, but there was a couple of good blocks out there.
There were a couple very good blocks,
yeah,
yes.
Which
All the more power to him.
Which freed him up to be able to get into the end zone. So, I think, the offense tonight is firing up on all cylinders. I think we're doing what we want to do here as far as the Bandits are concerned. We're running productively, we're running and we're passing. So it's a good job by the offense all in all. And, once again, the Bandits defense had that moment, early on in the first quarter. And, once again, like I said, Coach Black is going to make adjustments. He's going to settle everybody down. Once all these guys get settled down, it'll be, it was going to be a different game. And we knew the numbers were going to wear the Demonites down. So, which is what's happening now.
I definitely have been surprised at how much the Demon Knights have been worn down, because they played with a lot of heart and a lot of grit in the first half, only down by 6 points, but it's been 12 points unanswered in the second half as another rush up the middle on the return gets them to the 50. So the Demon Knights have had 3 returns in the second half, and all of them have gotten to midfield or better.
Or better,
It's incredible.
Yeah, once again, like I said, their special team, their return guys are really, really active. They're exciting guys to see run with the ball, and if you give them any kind of crease, they will take it and make you pay.
Absolutely.
And in this type of game, if you can get a score really quick here on a kick return, come back and play some solid defense, and then force a turnover or something and get back on offense, it's a different game. But once again, you got to give it to the Bandits special teams. Like they gave up yards, but they're not giving up that big touchdown.
That's very true that the Demon Knights should not bow out of this game at this point. I think that if they can get a score very quickly, punching in a vulnerability on the on the Bandits defense, then they can kind of coordinate a couple onside kicks, maybe get something going, and a couple squibs, and you know, that could really help them. I mean, football's a game of dominoes. Sometimes things just escalate one thing after another, one factor after another, and sometimes you can be left hopeless in the water, and sometimes you can really find a way to get in a groove and come back in this game if you have the heart. QB in the shotgun, 1st and 10, right on top of the midfield marker at the 50. Line holds up. He'll have some space, but he's going to run into the line. He's going to get something out of it, but he will lurch backwards. Yeah, he's going to get something out of it. Just kind of lurch backwards a little bit at the end of the play. The forward progress, though, should give him a yard or two at the 48.
The plus here for the Bandits is that the clock keeps rolling.
Right.
You understand? So, you know, they're not calling the timeout either. So.
And why are the Demon Knights not running a hurry-up offense here? I mean, they're just taking their time.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of this game plan here.
No, you would think that they would play with a little more urgency, or are they conceding this game already?
I'd hope not. You want to play in it until you know you're out of it.
Right.
I mean, we don't know the exact time, but they haven't called the 2-minute warning yet. So I'd say if it was the 2-minute warning, sure, you know, pack up your stuff and make the trip over to wherever these folks' home field is. But, you know, I still think they got a shot if they put their cards right, but to be fair, a lot of things have to go right for that to happen. Pass is caught.
Look at that.
Right at the 1st down marker.
Well,
He
let's see
tackled
where he
on the
gives
left
him.
side.
He gets shot. He's short by 2 yards, it looks like, which is not bad.
Tackle was made by number 39 in Ty Hubbard, the defensive back.
Yeah, so this is where you as a defense, right? I'm not a fan of playing soft.
Right.
I want to continue to play tough. I mean, I don't think we need to blitz. I just think we need to get our drops. You know, work with our backers right now in this time of the game. You know, making sure that they get the right drops. You know, the hook to curls, the depths. You know, if you're cover 2, your corners sitting flats like they're supposed to, and not dropping back too far and giving up too much room.
Dropping to the right side.
Good job by the
gets
corner.
Wrestled down.
It's a 1st down, but
by
that's
Ray
okay.
Toledo. Yeah, that's enough. It's enough for a 1st.
It's enough for a
Now,
1st.
now they're going to bring up the tempo here. But before they do, time is called. Is that the 2-minute?
I guess it's the 2-minute warning.
I guess
there.
so, yeah. So you got
have the
1st and
2-minute
10.
warning, yeah.
With a loss, the Demon Knights would fall to 1-1. Again, they beat the Savage Football Club 2 weeks ago on July the 25th. Actually, it'll be 3 weeks ago because they've had 2 weeks off. They've had just under 10 days in a month to play their 2nd game as this ball is tipped. Got fired off quickly. Didn't get anything there. During the break, let's take a look at the the Empire State Demon Knights coming up. They have 2 of their next 3 games versus non-league opponents. They will visit the Bears on August the 29th. Their rematch and their 3rd EFA game of the season will be on the 26th versus the Bandits. They will host the Bandits that time around. They'll host the Savages on the 3rd, and then they got a home and home with the New Jersey Silverbacks on the 10th and 17th of October.
Dan, just a correction on that. The Bears have officially joined the EFA, and it is a regular season game for the Demon Knights. The Bears are in the EFA now.
Oh, I wasn't saying that. I was saying the 29th is the Bears, and then before and after that, there are non-league games after that. So just like the Bandits have a non-league game later this year, 2 of the next 3, excluding the Bears, will be non-league. Low snap.
Oh,
it didn't hit the ground. Almost got picked off.
Wow.
So close to an interception by Marquise Jenigan.
That's the 2nd opportunity he had to just, pick a pass off today. And he dropped
if there was 2 minutes left, that pass, that interception probably would have been the dagger on this.
Yeah,
Saturday
it definitely
night.
would have been the dagger. When Coach Black sees this film, during film session during the week, I know he's going to get on Marquise for taking, not being able to capitalize on those 2 opportunities there. So that's big. 2 interceptions in one game would have been really nice.
Now that the pass is incomplete, we can kind of slow things down a little bit. Again, you're watching coverage of the Elite Football Association, the EFA, on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, courtesy of HSG Network. Again, big thanks to Howard Gaber for giving us this opportunity to cover this game via Tape Delight. And, of course, we wish him well as he recovers from an illness. I'm Dan Wilkins here with Joey Pagan of the Bronx.
Forward in motion.
Good snap.
We got him again. Got him again.
Both lines collapsed that time. They got him. Hello. There's
Good
another
job.
sack. That's 5.5 for the Bandits in the
Number
navy
19.
blue and white.
Number 19 on the sack.
Maurice Teal.
Yeah, Mo, this is his first one today. I mean, he's been pretty quiet. You know, we really haven't called his number, but, you know, at the defensive tackle spot, the kid is pretty strong. You know, he's really athletic, and he gets a lot of pressure. You know, he's a good run stopper, but to get a sack, that's awesome.
That's 5.5 sacks by the Bandits as a collective tonight. The clock's still going to be running. I think the Demon Knights might have waved the white flag on this one, unfortunately.
I think so, unfortunately.
You obviously want to see a football game play at 100% until the end, but it is an 18-point game.
Right.
And the Demon Knights led for a good chunk of the first half.
He called a
And now
timeout.
they're going to call a timeout. So a late timeout for the Demon Knights. They have 2 remaining. We will take a very quick break. It is the Demon Knights 8 and the Bandits 26.
Tired of boring drinks? When life needs a splash of color, just ask for some Uncle Freddy's flavors. It is a bold, sparkling mix of real fruit juice and a crisp splash of spirits to combine into a clean finish. Just pure, vibrant refreshment made to move with you on or off the field. Grab the chill with our assorted fresh flavors. Zero fuss with 100% pure good times from every sip. See what all the buzz is about.
Here from New Rochelle, late timeout by the Demon Knights. It's the Bandits after a huge non-league win over the New Jersey Sharks, punching up in their division as we mentioned in the open. A 2A team versus a 3A team. The Bandits played well. And now they're going to try to go 1-0 in this EFA division. A lateral pass to the left side. He'll get taken down without issue. And the Bandits comforting their defender who made the tackle. Number 39 in Ty Hubbard. He's had 4 solo tackles tonight.
Yep.
He's been a force on defense. I mean, there's
Big
so many
game.
different players we can give accommodations to tonight. As they're going to walk off the field, I believe this game's gone final.
No.
No?
No, I think we're going to get one possession by the Bandits or so, maybe a knee or 2.
Yeah, they all started walking out onto the field. I
Yeah.
thought we were done. I apologize.
No, listen, they're cheating on their team, but let's see what happens here.
Looking at where David Agarte is lined up, looks like this could be victory formation for the New York Bandits. They led it 14-8 at the half. After trailing 8-6, we were worried that a failed PAT conversion could have doomed them.
And that is the game.
And that will be the final tonight. The New York Bandits have defeated the Empire State Demon Knights by a final score of 26-8. That was a good game. And for what it's worth, even though it ended 26-8, at no point did this feel like a blowout. This felt like a well-competed, emotionally regulated game. You know, obviously it got chippy at some points, but nothing boiled over. And these two teams, they played well. I think the Demon Knights know their vulnerabilities, they know their weaknesses, but they played their heart out until the final whistle.